Hello, my lovelies. Happy Tuesday. I hope you're okay. Hope everybody is well. We've got a real quickie today because, frankly, I've been too busy to prep anything completely like complicated or new or anything. So we're going to go back to a really simple little quilt block today and have a little go at that. Hopefully everyone is okay. Hopefully we had all had a good weekend. It is freezing here, absolutely freezing. It feels like it's like 10 o'clock at night. It's really dark out there because it's so gloomy and horrible. So hopefully some of you have got slightly better weather than we have. But I'm frozen, absolutely frozen. Hi Anne, hi Jean, hello my darlings. We're going to crack straight on. Oh, no, first, big thank yous to everybody. Thank you if you joined us on the counter sale last Thursday for our birthday. Thank you if you came to the party on Friday night. I was slightly tipsy. I wasn't drunk, but I was a little tipsy. People kept buying me drinks. I had them all lined up. It was lovely. I did a lot of dancing, which I'm way too old for. Thank you. Came to the class on Saturday, and then we had Secret Sewing Club on Sunday as well, and lots of you joined us for that as well. So yeah, it's been a busy old weekend, really busy, and now we're like in full throttle to get ready for Sewing Street again next Monday. So we've got less than a week for that. So yeah, all good fun, but never mind. Oh, hi Liz, hi Kate. Lovely for you to join us. We're going to crack straight on because this is a really simple little block. But it's one of those ones, if you need something quick, if you've still got Christmas presents to make and you've got a jelly roll sat there, this block is super quick to do and looks really effective. Okay, so over to the overhead. Oh, sorry, you'll have to excuse me. I had a really awful allergic reaction, like husband was going to call an ambulance allergic reaction on Sunday night, and everything is, I am super itchy still. I'm still recovering from it. So I'm not in a good place. My nose is very bad at the moment. Hi Catherine, thank you for such a speedy order. No wonder, lovely. Ordered after you live and it was there on Saturday morning. Brilliant. I'm glad Royal Mail were on it for a change. We got them all done on Friday, or the orders from Thursday. So I'm glad they actually got it to you in time. So for this little block, what you're going to need, lovely, is you're going to want, for one block, you're going to want some background fabric, whatever you choose to use as your background fabric. Let me just come to the close-up. You're going to need 4 2.5-inch squares for that. And then you're going to want 4 different fabrics, okay? And from each of the 4 fabrics, now I'm using that golden by Macawa just because I had some left over from Secret Sewing Club, so I'm using this for the block. You're going to need, from each of the 4, you're going to need a 1 2.5-inch square and 1 2.5 by 4.5 inch, okay? And you're going to need that from all 4, okay? So I've got fabric 1, fabric 2 is the same, fabric 3 is the same, and fabric 4 is the same, okay? This is one of those blocks that when you put it together looks way more complicated than it actually is. It's easiest of easiest. Anybody can do this. And because they're all 2.5-inch wide, perfect for a jelly roll, okay? First thing we're going to take all the little 2.5-inch squares, both in our coloured fabrics and our background fabric, and we're going to chain piece these together. So we're going to put them right sides together, there to there, like that. And we're just going to stitch down 1/4 inch on all 4, okay? This is like, honestly, we're going to be done in about 8 minutes with this one. So I do think it's a really good one. If you are, if you're thinking, oh, I really want to make a quilt for Christmas for somebody. Oh, hang on, my foot's gone for a walkabout under my machine. This is a really quick one to do because you can chain piece almost all of it. Okay, so 1/4 inch seam allowance, just put a background square with a 2.5-inch square. I think we've done this block before. I think it was ages and ages ago. But I was going through my patterns early this morning thinking, right, what haven't we done? What haven't we done? And then once I cut this out a minute ago, I was just like, I think we've already done this one. But never mind. There's lots and lots of new people that have joined us, so you might not have seen this. Jean, you like a quick block? Absolutely, love. This really is. This is a quilt in an afternoon. This is if you've got a jelly roll to use up and some background fabric, super quick to do. Hi Claire, hi Marion, hello my lovely, hi Anne as well, hello love. Right, I'm just going to clip those apart. And then, I mean, we're almost half done already because it's super, super simple, this one. Okay, so I'm going to iron these and we're going to iron them towards the background fabric. So just press and set your seam and press them that way. Press, set your seam and press it that way. There we go, on all four. So I'm showing you how to just do one block. If you were, because this is going to end up as an 8.5 inch block. So if you were to do like, I know, 6 blocks across by 8 down, make a really lovely sort of, lap quilt size, use about half a jelly roll and you could chain piece all of these bits. Okay. So what you want to do now is you want to lie this out. So I'm going to start by putting this top left. So I've got my background up here in the left hand side and my first color here. Okay, now I want this block to follow on, so I'm going to take the matching 4.5 and I'm going to put it directly underneath like this. Okay, I'm then going to take a different one and I'm going to mirror that. So if I've got it up here, like that, okay, I've got it now down here. So my background is top right, bottom left, and this is going to go that way. So that one's going to go up there like that. So there's my verticals. Okay. Now we want to do the horizontals. So I'm going to take one of my 4.5s and pop it under there. Okay. And this needs to follow on. So my same fabric here. Actually, let me just go to the big one a second. So this is going to follow on, look like it goes underneath and pop out here. Okay. And then down, so I've only got one of these left. So that must be here like that on this quarter. And that one, again, is going to follow along on my horizontal like that. Okay. Now that's annoying me because I should have, if I just stitched that the other way, that would have looked so much better because it would look like it was following on. Because that's a very distinctly, directional pattern. Oh, I want that to go that way. I'm gonna quickly unpick that one. Can you see what I mean by that, guys? So that will actually fit there. That is correct for the pattern. So there's my 4/4. But because this pattern has got this very distinct wave, this fabric's got this distinct wave pattern, if I'd have sewn that one the other way round, it would have matched up here lovely. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to swap this one, the seam that I'm just going to unpick this real quick. Like that. Oh, here we go. Down there. There we go. Okay, and I'm just going to re-sew it. So what I want it to be the same, run in the same direction. Yeah, and so that's going to go on that bit there. So if I just re-iron that one, we're going to re-stitch that one because that would bug me. It might not bug some people, but that would bug me. So yeah, if you're going to use the real directional fabrics, maybe lay them out each block first. But if you're just using general patterns like these ones, doesn't matter as much. But let me just re-sew that one. Hi, Marlene. How are you? Lovely. Hi, Eileen. Hello. Hi, Mandy. Hi, Leslie. Oh, lots of you popping online now. There we go. Right. And then let me just re-iron that one very quickly so that it's going the right way, because that will bug me otherwise. There we go. That makes me a lot happier. Can you see now how these look like? This one looks like it's going to be going under that one. Yeah, and that one looks like it's going to be going under that one. So what you're going to do now is we're going to put these little quarters together. So I'm going to put this one with this one like that. And then this one to this one like that. And actually I'm going to put a pin in on the side that I want to sew it. So that's that side that's pointing to that one to that one like that, and it's going to be that side that's sewn, just so when I take these all to the machine I know which side I'm stitching them. Okay, and then this one to this one like that. All right, so I'm going to sew all these down now and then we can put them all together. So let's just again, you could do a few box at a time and then just chain piece this bit. There we go. That one. That one. I'm just trying to read your comments as I'm doing this, sorry. All the way down this one. Hi Dawn, how are you, lovely? And then down this one. There we go. So that's four quarters done. We're going to press this. You're loving this fabric. So happy I've ordered long quarter bundle. Oh, honestly, it's so pretty. The camera does not do it justice. It really doesn't. In real life, it's sumptuous. I think that's the only word I can think for it. Is absolutely sumptuous. With the gold is like subtle but really beautiful. Really beautiful. We have got some long quarters left. There are lots of you used the code on Sunday on Secret Sewing Club for our birthday, so lots of you found it, which was good. There are layer cakes, jelly rolls, charm packs, and voltage in this. Okay, so that was a very wonky seam there. Oh yeah, hang on, I'm going to resew that. I'm not doing well today. That was a very wonky seam. There we go. Let's resew that. Make that a bit tidier. That's better. Hi Maxine, how are you, lovely? Here we go. That's because I was reading the comments. Okay, right. Now I've got all the 4 quarters done. We can put that back out and we can work it out. So that one to that one. And put that one to that one like that. No, hang on. That's not how I had it, is it? There we go. That to there, like that. That one like that, and that one like that. There we go. So just make sure it's all going back as it should. Okay, so you've got one. So that's running through there. That's running through there. That one's running through there. That one's running through there. And then you can just make these up as a little floor patch? A 4 patch even. A 4 patch. Some of us forgot to use the code. As the prices were so good, I don't feel so stupid. Oh, bless you. Oh, Jean, I didn't realise you hadn't used the code, lovely. I will have a look at that for you, okay? Tanya, looking forward to using this fabric as a tree life quilt. Oh, yeah, that will be gorgeous. Oh, nice. Yeah, they lend themselves to that sort of tree of life look, don't they? There we go. If you look up a picture of Gustav Klimt's Tree of Life painting, you can see kind of how well these will work because they've just got that sort of feel to them. There we go. And then I'm just going to pop these together. Oh, it is absolutely pouring down out there. Honestly, you'd think it was 10 o'clock at night. I've got all the lights on. It's horrible. Right, we're going to press that one that way. Like that. And press that one. Where is it there? So that one's going to go there. So if that one's going that way, I want that one to go the other way so I can nest them. It's horrible. I hate this weather. And then we can put these right sides together. Okay, there to there. Like that. Nest that center seam up. Lovely. That's the only bit of nesting as well. It's only just that little bit when you put the 4 patch together. Okay, I'm going to stitch that down and then we'll do the little 4 patch trick in the middle and it's all done. It's dry and a bit cloudy and go, oh, I wish it was dry. Honestly, it looks like it's the middle of the night out there. It's so dark. Guess you can have rain soon and come around. Very possibly, Tanya, very possibly. It's pouring down here at the moment. There we go. And then back over here. And as always, when we do that little 4 patch trick, the 2 or 3 little stitches that are just in the seam allowance. So there's my seam there. So anything that's above that line, you're just going to ping those out as ever and flip it that way and ping them that side. Like that. And then when we open these out, that will then spin one way, that way, like that. One way, that way. Here we go. And flip it back over, and there you go. And it gives you a really nice, neat center there. And you've got your block all done. Okay. Now, if you sat and cut all your pieces out, if you're using a jelly roll and you just cut, 4 or 5 2 by 2.5, and then 4 or 5 of the 2.5 by 4.5, should be nice and quick and easy to get put together. You could have a quilt done in no time at all. Okay, this should then measure, let's have a look, 8.5 by 8.5, which it does. It needs just trimming down a weeny bit, so halfway point, 4.25, 4.25 there, just because it moved a little bit while I was chattering. So we're just going to trim that down there, across there, and the same this way, 8.5 by 8.5. Oh, that's gone really wonky there, but that doesn't matter. That'll disappear in my seam allowance. Oh, moved again. There we go. Okay, and there's your block all done. Okay, so let me just go to the bigger overhead. You can see you've got that lovely sort of like crisscrossy woven effect. When you put lots of these blocks together, you can absolutely just join them block to block. Now you could, if you really think about your placement, make these follow on. Okay, so if you're using a jelly roll strip and you're cutting 3 or 4 sets, you could make this follow on, okay, in your next block. To be honest, that's a lot of planning. If you want to go for a quick block, I wouldn't. I would sash these in between. I'd put a little bit of sashing in between them and leave them like, as individual blocks. And then you haven't got to worry about them following on too much. But it is easy to, you just got to think about it a little bit. If you do want these to follow on, okay, and follow on those blocks, you could do at least 4 and then maybe sash it where they follow on round. Have a play around with it. Nice, easy little block to actually do if you're a complete newbie or you're new to it. But yeah, really, really super simple, easy little block. Oh, let's see, that's actually a better light there. You can actually see it. Everything's so dark in here. I've got all the lights on. Yeah, nice and easy to do. Cool. That's it for me tonight. Tomorrow, like I said, today, super quick one today. Tomorrow we've got session 3 of the quilt along, which will be at 7 o'clock tonight, and then Sarah is back on Thursday at 1 o'clock with a little Christmas drawstring bag. If using yardage, they all connect even in the rows. There, I believe, yeah, they should do, lovely. If you're using yardage, you can work it out where you can get them to connect all the way across and all the way down. Certainly on the outside ones, like if you were just using 4 fabrics, not a jelly roll, if you wanted yardage so it's all the same, 4 fabrics, you could absolutely get them to connect so they look like they're going round. I've got a graphic somewhere that I did years ago. I'll pop that up into Gigglers so you can have a little look at it. You're late, Eileen. Oh, don't worry, lovely. We'll see you soon. Anyway, I'm going to get back to the shop. It's got lots and lots to do, and I will. I'll see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. for next session of the quilt along. Okay, and then Sarah will be back Thursday. Bye.